Are you looking for the best PS5 monitor? In this video, we will look at some of the best PS5 monitors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 5. Acer's Predator XB253Q display is easily the most stylish model on test. From the slender metal feet of its stand, to the ultra-slim bezels that sit partially below the top surface of the screen, it's daintier and classier looking than its competitors. This first impression is backed up by excellent build quality and a premium feel throughout, including a fully adjustable stand. Elsewhere, in terms of basic features, there's not too much to set this display apart from the others on test. Unlike the Asus TUF Gaming VG279QM and AOC32G2Z, it includes a USB hub, with 2 ports on the side and 2 around the back, but that's about it for extra features. The panel itself has a 24.5 inches diagonal and is based on IPS technology, with a top refresh rate of 240 Hz. There's also support for AMD's FreeSync technology, and compatibility with NVIDIA's G-Sync tech, eliminating tearing effects. You get a claimed 1 millisecond response time too, making for an impressive list of overall gaming features. An feature that isn't present is any sort backlight strobing blur reduction technology. In this regard, the Asus display has a clear advantage for sheer gaming performance. It's only a feature we'd feel the need to enable during fast-paced FPS gaming anyway, but of course, that's the main domain of these 240 Hz screens. Number 4. As 2022 trundles on, more and more high refresh rate gaming monitors with 4K resolution are raising the bar. While 4K gaming at high refresh rates used to be a slow, jittery, flickery experience, panel advancements like rapid IPS are making it smoother and more gorgeous. You may be tempted to overlook plain IPS in favor of the exotic new quantum dot technology seen in displays like the $1,299.99 Alienware 34Q OLED and the $899.99 MSI Optics MPG 321 URQD. But new entries like the Asus TUF Gaming VG28U QL1A, $799, show us that IPS still has a few tricks left up its sleeve. The Asus TUF Gaming VG28U QL1A is a 28-inch monitor with UHD 3840 by -2160 pixel resolution and a 144 Hz refresh rate built around a rapid IPS panel. Though the TUF brand is generally associated with Asus budget-friendly monitors, gaming laptops, and accessories, the use of rapid IPS brings the VG28 well into mid-range pricing for a 4K gaming monitor. The VG28U QL1A is mounted on a small, square metal stand with 3 options for adjustability: a tilt of -5 to 20 degrees, left and right swivel from -15 to 15 degrees, and 4.72 inches of height adjustment. The monitor also pivots 90 degrees between landscape and portrait mode, though we'd recommend looking for something more budget-friendly if you're seeking a second display. Along the back right of the display you can access the VG28U QL1A's full set of features, many of them clearly catering to one crowd: console gamers. From the addition of variable rate refresh (VRR) to extreme low motion blur (ELMB), many of the available settings are intended to compensate for the lack of customizability in console graphics settings, rather than adding to the experience to which PC gamers have long been accustomed. Number 3. The Gigabyte M32U is a 32-inch 4K monitor with a fast 144 Hz refresh rate. It's very similar to the smaller Gigabyte M28U, but there are some minor differences between them. It's one of the few monitors with HDMI 2.1 ports, making it an excellent choice for console gamers, as it can take full advantage of most of what the Sony PS5 and Xbox Series S, X have to offer, including 4K at 120 Hz gaming. It also has a few extra features designed for productivity, including a built-in keyboard, video and mouse switch (KVM), so you can control 2 sources with a single keyboard and mouse. The large, high-resolution screen is great for multitasking and delivers superb text clarity. Unfortunately, it has a low contrast ratio, and although there's a local dimming feature, it's terrible, so it's not a good choice for a dark room, and the sRGB mode, which is the most accurate one out of the box, locks down almost all settings. The Gigabyte M32U is an excellent gaming monitor, especially for Xbox Series S, X or Sony PS5 gamers. It has outstanding low input lag, resulting in a very responsive gaming experience. It also has an excellent response time when gaming at 120 Hz, so there's very little blur behind fast-moving objects. It supports FreeSync variable refresh rate technology, VRR, and although it's not officially supported, it also works with NVIDIA's G-Sync compatible feature. It's also fully compatible with the PS5, and it supports most formats from the Xbox Series 10. We tested the 32-inch Gigabyte M32U, part of Gigabyte's M series gaming monitors, designed with productivity and gaming in mind. All feature a built-in KVM, keyboard, video, and mouse switch. It's also available in a 28-inch size, which we've also tested. It's a bit different from the other M series monitors, as it's one of the only ones with a 4K screen and HDMI 2.1 support. The Gigabyte M32U is an impressive gaming monitor. One of the few monitors with HDMI 2.1, it's a great choice for Xbox Series 10 and PS5 gamers. It has a great selection of additional features that help it stand out against the competition, and along with the smaller Gigabyte M28U, it's one of the best 4K monitors we've tested. Number 2. If you want to set up a gaming PC in your living room and are distrustful of standard TVs, the CG437K is not without its charms. It's the right size, it's got plenty of ports, and it plays nicely with HDR systems. On the other hand, the display simply doesn't look that good, which is a tough sell in such an expensive peripheral. The CG437K may be worth considering, simply because there just aren't many gaming monitors in this size range. But at least avoid buying it at full price. If possible, our Acer promo codes can really help with that. Read on for our full Acer Predator CG437K review. The first thing you should know about the Acer Predator CG437K is that it's not easy to know which one you're getting. There are two distinct models of the device, but they both have the exact same name, and even the Acer website is not so good at distinguishing the two. I reviewed the Acer Predator CG437K PB, which has a 43-inch screen, a 120Hz refresh rate, and HDMI 2.0 inputs. This model costs $1,500. However, you can also purchase the Acer Predator CG437K SBMI-IPUZX, which has a 42.5-inch screen, a 144Hz refresh rate, and HDMI 2.1 inputs. This model costs $1,600. The two devices are almost identical otherwise, but if you want to hook up a PS5 or Xbox Series 10, you'll want the SBMI-IPUZX, as it supports HDMI 2.1. Otherwise, you'll be stuck at a 60Hz output, even though both systems support 120Hz refresh rates on certain games. It's an unbelievably subtle and complicated difference for the everyday consumer, particularly since the term HDMI 2.1 does not come up on the official Acer site that compares the two models, or on the PB product page. It's not at all difficult to imagine a console player buying a monitor without HDMI 2.1. Number 1. The Sony Inzone M9, or just M9 for short, is Sony's first monitor and is part of their new Inzone lineup of gaming products, which also includes headphones like the Sony Inzone H9 Wireless. It's a premium gaming monitor with a 4K native resolution and a high refresh rate, with HDMI 2.1 bandwidth and support for both FreeSync and G-Sync compatible variable refresh rate technologies. It's part of Sony's Perfect for PS5 lineup, which are designed with PS5 gamers in mind and support a few unique features. It also features a full array local dimming feature, but unlike some of the competitors, like the Samsung Odyssey Neo G8s 32B G85, it doesn't use a mini LED backlight. We tested the Sony M9, the first monitor launched as part of Sony's new Inzone lineup of gaming monitors. A new, cheaper version of it, the Sony Inzone M3, has a lower native resolution and lower peak brightness but a faster refresh rate. If someone comes across a different type of panel or their Sony M9 doesn't correspond to our review, let us know, and we'll update the review. Our unit was manufactured in June 2022, and you can see the label for our unit here. The Sony Inzone M9 is an amazing gaming monitor overall, but its unique design has a few drawbacks, and it's not as well built as most of its competitors. It offers very little over its competitors, like the LG 32GQ950B, and it's more expensive, so most people are better off saving a bit of money and getting one of the other 4K 144Hz displays on the market. That said, it's one of the only 4K 144Hz monitors available with a 27 inches screen, so if you don't have space for a 32 inches monitor, it's a great alternative. The LG 27GP950B is slightly better than the Sony Inzone M9. The LG has much better accuracy out of the box, and colors aren't oversaturated, so it's a better choice for anyone looking for an accurate image. The LG also has better ergonomics, so it's easier to place it in an ideal viewing position. The LG also has slightly faster response times, especially if you're gaming at lower refresh rates, including 120Hz or 60Hz gaming from a